welcome to Combat Sports Breakdown. It's your host, Matt B, a.k.a. Inspector B. Got my co-host, Alex, the Bitter Mercenary.
What's up, y'all?
And then we got our Mad Wanderer, Cole. What's up with it?
What's good?
I don't know if y'all saw this fucking not pay-per-view, this free UFC on ESPN card. This shit was wild. Started out a little boring, not gonna be tripping, decision after decision after decision. And then we get to the co-main event, and it was fucking on, bro. It was fucking on. Let's start with this first fight, though. It was Luke Sanders versus Felipe Correales. And let me just say, this was a comeback. This dude got dropped early on, and he got lucky it didn't get scored at 10-8, in my opinion, because when push came to shove, he did have a really good comeback. But, I mean, you can't have a good comeback without something to come back from. He got popped, knocked down, and really beat on. Did you see that one, guys?
Honest to God, bro, I didn't see that or any of the card except highlights, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel it. Did you see that one, Cole?
Nah, I missed that one.
So after that, it was another decision with Andre Michaelis versus KB Bueller. Another decision. This one was like a back and forth match the whole time, just steady war. They honestly, in my opinion, deserved a little bit of bonus money just for a good fight, but they were like gassed out towards the end. So I get it, like when they're both totally exhausted, throwing bombs on each other, and like they could have gone out at any second on that one. It was kind of funny to see, but it was still a good fight in my opinion.
Yeah, those are the ones, bro. Two warriors going to battle.
Yeah, it was tight though. I was a big fan of seeing these guys really go to that final bell. Either one of them could have gave up early on, and you really could have saw it. Like the fact that neither got knocked out or submitted with how it was, like they were really just like gassed out throwing bombs, bro. It was crazy.
Savage.
We're right here on the third fight, Luma Lukebunmi versus Sam Hughes. I thought Sam Hughes was gonna do better. She was doing good with her wrestling because this is like a total Muay Thai chick, Luma Lukebunmi.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that last name.
Yeah, she's 100% from Thailand. She's one of the first Thai fighters to break through in the UFC, which is really surprising, with how many of like really awesome stand-up fighters they have. You'd be surprised to see like she's the first,
I hear you, bro.
But Sam Hughes had a couple takedowns, but she wasn't really able to do much with it, which is surprising. When you have a Thai fighter, you think, oh, get him to the ground and you should be good. But that's not what happened. Luma Lukebunmi went after her in the Thai clinch like a savage. Yeah, she won. She won a decision though, so it's like I expected her to really get her with her in the kicking. I expected her to destroy Sam Hughes' legs, and that's not what happened. She got taken down, and Lukebunmi ended up getting into the top position and just kind of like getting some top position striking, and she just chipped away and got her win.
Fuck yeah.
Then you have Luana Carolina versus Poliana Botello, and I thought Poliana Botello won the fight, but this was one of those ones that whoever won, you couldn't be disappointed in, It was, they call her Luana Dread Carolina. She has dreads, which is cool, but she hits like a fucking dreadnought, dude. She hits like a savage.
That's it.
Yeah, but I for sure thought Poliana Botello won 2 and 3. So, I mean, it's hard to say. Some people were saying that Carolina got a 10-8 round in the beginning, and if you scored it that way, then I could definitely see her getting the win, but I don't think that's how it was. I think it was a 10-9 in the first round, and then 10-9, 10-9 the other way. So it is what it is. We all talk about judging these days.
It's hard, man. You gotta give credit to the judges at times too.
I give a lot of credit to the judges, especially in a time where that's all the judging that's going on is UFC judging. They were under scrutiny for like 2 years heavy.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Everybody forgets. Now it's like fights every single week. Back then it wasn't like that. You know what I mean? That's why they're under the microscope now, bro. Because it's like you get to see more consistency of the judging, and everybody's like, God damn.
Well, and you also got to remember, this is the first time we've had like a generation of judges, Like early UFC, there was no judging. It was like just boxing judges and like a couple judo Olympic judges, like it was random. Now we have a real generation of people who've been doing this for 5-6 years now. So, and I tried to look into how to become a judge, and John McCarthy's judging school was shut down during the pandemic. So hopefully it'll open up and I can, hop in that lane because I'll definitely happy to be a judge and I'll answer any question for any of the fucking scores I post. You know what I mean?
Shoot, either way, judging is hard, bro.
Yeah,
judging is hard.
It's not easy. So the next fight was Kai Kamaka versus TJ Brown, and another decision. So here we are, 4 fights in and all decisions. Damn. You're expecting Kai Kamaka and TJ Brown to come out and swing bombs, and they did. And TJ Brown looked good. He won. I thought Kai Kamaka was going to come out and look a little better. But what really ended up happening was they were both inaccurate. They couldn't land their shots. They were throwing a lot, but neither one was really landing what they were throwing. Damn. So whatever they did end up landing, those numbers should have been twice as high. So, and then if TJ Brown landed half of the power shots he threw, it would have been a short night. Like this dude was stepping in and throwing the gnarliest haymakers and uppercuts and just power hooks, and it just wasn't happening. So he won, but barely. So, damn. And then this main event for the prelims, man, it was wild. I'm sure, a lot of you saw it because this was one of our most viewed ones over the weekend. It was Randa Marcos versus Luana Pinheiro. And let me just say, Randa Marcos was going to win that fight until she kicked this chick in the chest on the ground and then hit her in the chin with an up kick while she was still grounded.
I seen that, bro.
Dude, it was gnarly. That. And then Aljamain Sterling, gotta love him. I know Colby hating on him, but
dude, bro, I can't. Oh my god, bro, dude.
It was crazy. But I mean, she ended up getting knocked out. Like the way it did look like there was a little bit of acting in there. But when the judge, when the doctor came in and said, "Hey, can you continue?" and the ref was asking her, "Can you continue?" she asked, "Did I lose already?"
Oh yeah, I know. So, and then the ref was like,
"It's done."
He's like, the commentary guy was like, "Oh, I take my comments back."
Paul Felder. Yeah. He was like, "Oh, it looks like she's been doing a little."
That guy.
He's all, "What's it look like?" Acting, that's what it's called. And then she asked that, and he's like, "Oh, I take it back. I'm sorry," like immediately. So that was interesting. Crazy. I mean, if you look at it. Homegirl's knee comes up, so really she has both her feet and one knee on the ground, which technically isn't a grounded opponent. So I mean, I had one guy who was commenting on the video saying, "Hey dude, I don't think she was down," and I don't disagree with him. But here's the thing. I'm not the referee, neither is he, and the only decision that mattered was that he decided she was a grounded opponent in that instance. So it was an illegal kick. Whether we agree or disagree, the ref decided that, and that's something that you have to consider.
Who was winning the fight when that shit happened?
Randa Marcos was. It was the
redhead.
First. Yeah, it was the first round though. You can't even really say someone was winning or losing. It was 4 minutes into the first round.
Yeah, see, I just saw the highlight.
I mean, that's all there really was to see. So
it was quick.
Yeah, it was 3 minutes of them going back and forth, and then it hit the ground, and that happened, and that was pretty much it. So yeah, and then. Bummer. Yeah, it was a bummer because, Randa's a nice chick. She really is. Everything we've ever seen about her, she's a polite person. She cares about fighting. She cares about everybody that's in her circle. She's a really cool chick. So for her to do that, she was crying before the results even were read. She felt bad.
Yeah, I feel.
It sucks. It's a shitty situation. Worse than the Eddie Alvarez situation. Because his was he was hitting the dude and dude was turning into it on purpose.
He just got beat up though recently, huh?
No, Eddie, he was getting beat up and then he was about to win the fight and got DQ'd. So, he was hitting dude's ear and he leaned forward, so he's hitting the back of his head as homeboy was swinging. So it's if I block my ear, does that mean there's nowhere to hit now? Because the rule is if it has to touch the ear in order for it to be a legal shot.
An illegal?
For it to be legal. Okay. So if I throw a punch and it hits like that and my glove barely touches your ear, it's legal. But if I just hit you up here, it's illegal.
What the fuck?
Because it's a defenseless position. I can't block everything, dude. We're not trying to let people die, bro.
Yeah,
we're in a sport where people die too often in boxing.
Yeah, that's just crazy though. Like that.
We protect our fighters, bro.
Like that, bro. It's
we're in our sport where I get to put my shin to your forehead.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Now, if I get to do it to the top of your head, it's drastically different what's going to happen to you.
But fools get kicked on the side of the head all the time.
In the side, yeah. But that's when they're ducking and you'll see the shin hits the ear or the heel hits the ear. They always touch the ear, and that's what makes it a legal shot. Now, there's times where they duck into it and it'll wrap the neck and shit. And no harm, no foul. It's nobody's fault, you know?
I got you.
That's like when two people throw the same punch at the same time and one hits the cup. You know, it's like, well, dude, we threw at the same time.
Damn, nobody. Hey, that fool took the belt though. The dude
Aljo.
No. The dude that got hit in the side.
Oh, you talking about in the boxing match in Triller?
Was it Triller?
Yeah, dude. He took the like jab. It was like a hook to the side, and he acted like it was a cup shot. The ref,
yeah.
the doctor came in and shoved her hand in homeboy's pants to feel his nuts on a kidney shot, bro. That was terrible.
Bro, my man.
It's all good.
Epic,
it was ridiculous. That was honestly embarrassing.
That's wild.
That dude should never ever step into a ring anywhere ever again. Not even to throw mitts. You'd be like, nah, catch me on the pads, bro. Like, catch me out here on the mats for that. I ain't getting in that ring. Never again.
This is epic, bro.
So let's get into this main card, man. This was a great card. I was really a big fan of it. Merab versus Cody Stamann. This was just a pace that nobody could contend with, man. Merab came in there and his output was just insane. Like,
bro,
absolutely insane.
Merab was looking lethal, bro.
Yeah,
like,
so he came in there and he honestly just pieced Cody apart. In the first round, like, Cody was clearly just trying to keep up. Round 2, Merab just started picking him apart, and by round 3, there was nothing Cody could do to come back. He knew he needed the knockout and just couldn't get it. And, you know, this was a decision I was happy to watch. You know, it was an exciting fight throughout the whole thing.
Damn, that's what? 5 decisions and 1 DQ?
Pretty much.
What a start.
I'm telling you. And you know what's crazy is the fight that he called a draw on was a draw.
Oh!
That's crazy.
What's up, bro? Let's go.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So all that shit I was talking,
That's
I literally
epic.
told these fools. And I was, you know, what's crazy is it's going to be a majority draw, right? So this fool probably thinks one's going to say somebody won and 2 are going to say that it was a draw, and that's what happened. Literally, that's what happened.
That's comedy.
So, you know.
That's super comedy.
Sorry about me telling you don't put your money on that. I probably cost some people some money.
I tried to tell you.
No, you didn't. You were throwing darts at a fucking a globe, dude. I don't even know what the hell that was.
Hey, sometimes you just get this feeling and you gotta go with it.
It was weird. It was random. So we had Sean Strickland versus Krzysztof Jotko. This is the one where you guys picked Polish Power over Sean Strickland, and I picked Sean Strickland. Now I'm happy I picked Sean. Sean's disappointed in himself though. He said he fought like a bitch. He said he fought scared, and I don't know that's what happened. He came in a little quick on a punch and caught a counter and fought smart the rest of the fight. Yeah. He called that fighting like a pussy, so.
Damn.
I mean, no. he just destroyed that dude all fight, I feel
Strickland?
like.
Yeah, but for some people who don't know, Sean Strickland was in a motorcycle accident a couple years ago and almost died. So the fact that he was able to return to fighting and return at this high level, you know, you just got to give dude a lot of credit. And then you have the draw, light heavyweight bout, Ion Cutelaba versus Dustin Jacoby. I don't even know how you could land on a draw. Like, this was so random. And Ion Cutelaba, this dude came out hot and gassed out quick. Like, he tried to put on the same pace Merab put on and could not do it.
Could not keep up?
Not even a little bit, dude.
Damn.
So then you have Giga Chikadze versus Cub Swanson, and this was a 1-minute fight. Giga Chikadze came in and threw his patented Giga kick, bro, and hit him straight in the liver. Put him out in a minute. He just jumped on top.
Swanson, right?
He knocked out Cub Swanson. So
Yeah.
he jumped on him, beat him up real quick. Ref called the fight.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he dropped with the kick.
Yeah, well, he literally tucked right under the elbow. It wasn't even like, it was perfect. There was nothing else he could have done to stop it.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when you get these elite kickboxers in the UFC.
Straight
They come
up.
in here and they're precise.
They're like, oh, wow.
If you can't close the
drop
distance,
anybody with this one.
yeah. Well, he calls it the Giga kick. Like that is
shit.
he like has trademarked his own little kick because like he's won so many fights with it, bro.
I know exactly what I'm gonna do to you.
I'm kicking you in the liver. Come here, bitch. Boom.
Yeah.
So you know he did that, and then you know it was whatever. But
Damn, and then that was the first time since when has Cub fought?
I'm not exactly sure. Let's look that up right now. Let me pull it up. So because I know
it's been a while.
Yeah, well, I think he might have got one fight in since his injury, but I remember he tore his ACL or something like that in a grappling competition. Daniel Pineda at 256 was his last fight, and then before that was Crone Gracie in 2019.
Yeah, see, 2 years ago.
So he's fighting about once a year at this time. He was going twice a year back in 2018 and 2019.